Welcome friends to my kitchen. Bem-vindos à minha cozinha. Happy New Year. Feliz Ano Novo for everybody. Well, we're starting the new year. We always make those new resolutions. We're gonna lose weight. We're gonna do this. I never do them. Because I can never stick with them. So why bother? But one thing that I've been trying to do even last year was try to eat healthier and take better care of my body. So that's what I'm going to continue doing for this new year. That's one resolution that I'm going to stick with it. It's important for me. It's important for me to be around for my kids and my grandchildren. So as I go through my fridge, again, I find a bunch of broccoli that somebody had given to my husband, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with all this broccoli? I'm gonna make a broccoli cheddar soup. It's kind of cloudy, it's supposed to be raining today, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna start this morning, do this, it's done. I don't have to worry for the rest of the day. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I have probably about 4 cups of broccoli. I cleaned it up. I have some garlic, I have some mushrooms. I like the mushrooms, they give a little different texture and flavor. I have some 1 carrot and 3 stalks of celery, onion, some cheddar cheese. This one is what I had, is Gouda. They'll be fine. Some butter, some flour, and some thyme. I don't have fresh thyme, so I'm gonna use this, and then some chicken stock. So I'm gonna move all this to the back, and I'm gonna make a quick soup and clean up my refrigerator. Into this pot, I'm gonna add my butter. I have about 3 tablespoons of butter. And I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic olive oil. Because flavor, add extra flavor. I use this garlic olive oil. This is the garlic olive oil. I'm not affiliated with this. We used to get this olive oil and have our own private label. But once I close my shop, I don't have it. Maybe someday I can continue. But this for me is the best olive oil in the world for flavored olive oils. It's the authentic flavor. And they have a variety of flavors, and I can eat it by that spoon. I would drink it. Let's put it. On the summer, I use the basil. I love it. So I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic, olive oil, because I don't want that butter to burn. So by adding a little bit of olive oil, it stops. And it's healthy. I'm getting already some stuff that is good for you. I'm gonna add my onions, and then let this sweat a little bit. So like I said, as New Year's goes by, we all try to stick to those new resolutions. I never make them because I never keep them. I'm gonna add a tablespoon of chopped garlic. I buy my garlic at Costco, but sometimes if I don't use it, especially during the holidays, I wasn't cooking as much for my customers, so I chopped it in my food processor, and then I add some vegetable oil, and keep it in the fridge. So it's one way of not going bad. I used to freeze it, but then I don't like the way that the freezer does. It kind of leaves a funny taste, so I stopped doing that. I do this. So anyway, so that's what I'm doing today. It's supposed to be raining. There's bad weather all over the country. What else is new? We fly with what we got. I'm gonna add my celery and also soften this. I need some salt, flavor as we go along, just a pinch of salt. I hope you all had a good holidays. a good New Year's. And I pray this new year is better than the last one. But the world looks pretty scary these days. I love soups. I've said this here, and I can eat any kind of soup. So anytime I can make a soup with leftovers, it's good for me. Okay, I'm gonna add my mushrooms, and I wanna saute all this and get some color in all these vegetables. And I'm gonna blend some of this so you won't even know, you won't even see most of it. It'll be a little bit chunky, but anyway. I'm gonna let this cook here for maybe about 7 minutes till those vegetables start getting a little color. I'm gonna add a little bit of black pepper. Wish you could smell in this kitchen. Anytime you put garlic and onion and vegetables. Oh, my carrot jumped out of the pot. I just cleaned my stove too. Not always that way. I always think, why don't I do these things before I clean it? But life again. I'm gonna add some of this thyme. Probably a teaspoon. And these are things we all probably have in our pantry or on our fridge. I have 3 tablespoons of flour, and I'm gonna add this. And we're gonna mix this with these vegetables, and we wanna cook that raw flour. I'm gonna let that flour kind of cook a little bit. I lower my stove. And this soup comes in no time. And we get rid of all those vegetables. And if it's broccoli, I had broccoli, but it could have been cauliflower, could have been anything. Make a soup. Okay, I'm gonna add my chicken broth. I'm gonna add all this. And I'm gonna add a little bit more water. And I'm gonna add all my broccoli. And then we're gonna cook this for about 20 minutes until all those vegetables are cooked. Yeah, I'm gonna add a little bit more water. Probably a cup of water. And if you don't have chicken stock, you can make vegetable stock, beef stock. And I'm gonna add a half a teaspoon of salt. We can salt it more at the end. We're back to getting all our lives back to normal. I like my routine. We had our grandkids here for a week, which was wonderful. But I like to get back to my routine. So I'm gonna let this cook and then I'll come back. Okay friends, I'm using my immersion blender and I'm gonna blend some of those vegetables. I don't want all of them, I just want some. I still want to see the broccoli and some of the carrots. I just want to see some of the vegetables. Okay, this is done. I have 2 cups, actually a cup and a half of heavy cream. Here we go again. I never know how to make just a small soup. I'm gonna add to the soup. And I'm gonna taste, well, I'm gonna add my cheese because My cheese might get salty. And then I'm gonna add my cheese. My Gouda cheddar cheese. I'm gonna let this melt. And look what a good soup. And you know, if you can't eat all this, put it in containers and refrigerate, put it in a freezer for those days that you're tired, you don't have time to cook. Now I'm gonna taste for salt. It needs more salt. Maybe another half a teaspoon. And a little bit more of thyme. So maybe a teaspoon and a half total I put. So I'm gonna bring this to a simmer now. And my soup is done. I'll let that cheese melt a little bit more. Okay friends, my soup is done. Now it's time to try it. I'm gonna have just a little bit. And then what I like to do is add a little bit of sour cream on top. And the reason I do that is because sour cream, it kind of gives a little tang, and it is so good. You still can see the vegetables. You can still see some pieces of mushroom, of carrots. And this is an easy, healthy soup. Very healthy. And like I said, I use chicken stock, but if you're a vegetarian and want to stay with the veggies, just use vegetable stock or just water. And a cold day like today, cold day, perfect. And I feel good 2 times. I didn't waste the vegetables. And I'm eating something good for me, for my new year. You do the same. I think my husband's gonna like this. So anyway, as we go to the new year, let's make new rules, no wasting. Life is too expensive to waste. Find ways to clean up things that are going bad and do something else, something different. So this new year, make an effort to save as much as you can with vegetables or anything. This is another thing. Over the Christmas I made cranberry liqueur. That's all I got left. But there was a lot of the cranberries. Instead of me throwing them away, I had cranberries and peels of orange. I made jam. I put it back in a pot, put a little bit of water, put a cup of sugar, and I made a nice jam for me to use it. Could be put this over cream cheese and crackers, you know. So when I'm gonna serve my liqueur, serve this. So I didn't waste it. This is an idea that I'm trying to do better instead of throwing away. And I mean, it takes an effort. You have to do it. But you know what? It takes longer to make the money. So anyway, for this new year, let's all make better choices and healthier choices and save as much as you can. And until next time, let's get cooking. Have a good day.